live now. Alright, this one's a little bit of a longer video. I was gonna do something else, but it's like 2 hours long plus, and I won't have enough time to do it today, so I'm gonna have to wait till I get like a Tuesday off. Maybe. Let's go. So today I'll be reacting instead to what is it called? Analog horror entities you can definitely breed. So, that's what my goal is today, is see which ones I can breed, and, hopefully, yeah. Also fun. Everything, of course, is, all their, like, the original video and, the creator of it is both linked in the description. So, of course, I would highly recommend checking them out, just so then, make sure. Alright. Without further ado, let's watch this.
We're doing this with a face cam. I just thought to myself, why not? I want to do more face cam videos, and also, in the case of this video, I need to hold myself accountable for what I'm about to unleash onto the world. If you've read the title of the video, then I apologize.
Yeah.
You can blame your curiosities, not my decision making.
I mean, I wanted to watch this.
I showed you a glimpse of Pandora's box via a YouTube poll, and I was asking what analog horror entities you could definitely breed. Oh man, you all delivered. Maybe a little too much, but oh well, here we are. I've chosen a bunch of entities you all shared with me, and I'll go through them and we can find out if you could breed them together. I can't believe I'm doing this. Anyway,
Can't believe we're doing this either.
Subscribe, hit the hype the video, yeah, hype the video, totally. Check out my Patreon, YouTube members, etc. And let's dive into this Pandora's box. Analog horror entities you could definitely breed.
That's what I like to see. Alrighty, nice. Of course, go subscribe to this dude. Or just go check out his channel.
What about my neighbors as well? I hope they're not. I hope they're not listening. Anyway, so what is what is breeding? God help me. So what does it mean? What does it mean to breed someone? What does that mean? I've got some notes here. So it can refer to the birds and the bees, or just the deed with no creation of life.
Yeah.
The way it's portrayed is in a way like some weird internet kink kind of way.
Okay.
Which first of all, grow up. All right. Wanting to create life or wanting someone to do that with you is not a kink. Grow up. And we have a great question / clarification from top tier Patreon member Joel Matthew Colgrove, who says, thank you by the way, Joel, thank you very much, who says, like animal husbandry, breeding, or Vaporeon breeding.
Don't flip.
Also, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year indeed. I've had to look up some questionable things to answer the first part of the comment, and I have my notes here on what all of this stuff is. So, fun fact, animal husbandry is the act of selective breeding to pass on desirable genetics in livestock. I thought it would be much worse than what that is, but it's not too bad.
Yeah, just
and
selective
also,
breeding.
Fun fact, Vaporeon breeding. And you know what? Maybe I'm not gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that. Don't search it up.
Definitely
anyway,
not.
So,
that's definitely a good thing.
That answers what breeding is, all clarified. There we go. So I guess the closest thing to what we're doing would be the latter for the most part, I suppose. I don't know. Thank you again, to Joel. Thank you. Thank you again. Let's get to it. So our first entity comes from Arl the Poss, and he says, I'm gonna turn the boiled one into the bread one.
That's exactly what I did with my thumbnail.
What can I say? What an incredible sentence.
Exactly what I did with my thumbnail, baby.
Put a finger down if you wanna fuck me.
I just put all my toes down.
In case you don't, it's a cognito-hazardous demon that haunts and feeds on people, all while putting them into a pseudo-coma of sorts.
Well, I guess if he's getting bread, he couldn't do that.
So oh my god. So appearance-wise, look at it. As you can see here,
that mouth,
it's like a tower of flesh, which might sound tantalizing to some, but I assure you, it would not. Don't think about it that way.
I feel like because of if it is flesh, since he's boiled, I mean, he might be a little hot, but if he's cooled down, he's just flesh, which means it's gonna be nice and like squishy and whatnot. So low key, I don't think it's gonna be too bad as long as he's not, actively being like boiled up. As long as he's not like currently hot, temperature wise. I feel like it could definitely work out. Maybe like be careful. Be careful, It looks like he does have some teeth, but not all of it. So, he can't really do too much, But yeah, definitely 10 out of 10. Oh, I muted it.
Caught my mind. This weird Hoyu, it would not. Don't think about it. Sound tantalizing to some, but I assure you,
Sorry
it
about
would
that.
not. Don't think about it that way. And that brings me to this weird hole in its stomach or something. That's the first thing that caught my mind.
So
I guess.
you can just go
It
through the stomach.
convulses. Yeah, it looks like it has muscle control over that convulsing. Another question I had was, can it grip? I mean, there'd be only one way to find out, right?
Yeah.
And if you're brave enough to do so, good luck to you, man. Yeah. Watch out for that hand, though. The weird hand that
Oh, he
it
does have a
has.
hand.
Yeah, I don't want to find out what that does. It looks like it moves very fast, so I wouldn't go near that. Or maybe if you're brave, no. Yeah, big hunk of flesh, weird convulsing hole. Conclusion, yeah, if you're brave enough. So, breedable. Oh my god. All right, next up we have
Nice.
the Mimic, and if you notice me looking at my my laptop a lot, I do have notes, little dot points here, but I also have the image of the thing so I can I can really visualize everything. We have the United Nations Space Command, this user. Thank you for your comment. He says, okay, the Vita Canis Mimic can develop more human features over time naturally.
Okay.
Hear me out.
All right.
Thanks
all
for
right.
putting that image in
Oh.
my head. What? Do we want to hear you out? Don't worry. I'll do all the
I feel like
talking
if
for
the
you. It's
eyes
fine,
and the
it's
smile
fine.
will get
Let's
little,
analyze
if the
this.
eyes and
This
smile will
reminds me
get
a lot
fixed,
of,
low key,
that
yes.
that Ditto from Detective Pikachu. The secretary or whatever it was. I'll put it up on screen.
Yeah, some
but
people
I don't
definitely
like
smash
I don't
that.
like the implications of having a Ditto be transform into a human. Does that make sense? Do you see where I'm going with this? I don't like it. So I get the same feeling from hearing that the Mimic can develop more human features. It's just like a Ditto that grows slowly. I
feel like if it has more feminine
I don't like
features
these
on the
implications.
face,
It's always the
make it more
implications
femboy
for this
look.
kind of
Oh.
stuff. So and you'll see there's a lot of implications as the video goes on. But
that one
Mimics
isn't
and
too
Vita
bad.
Canis,
Just I think it's just
do
the
look human-like
eyes.
as they
Make the eyes a little
get
bit
older
smaller,
in their- Is that the word, older, or is it as they
That's honestly not
I
that
guess
bad.
their age?
That one's not that bad.
Just with their skin features are a bit weird. When they're younger, they don't really have skin. Some other notable features.
Whoa. Did you know some people like tall, there's some people out there want a taller person in life because they can look and just like tower over them. Dude, imagine having that elder mimic 10 foot tall. Dude, that's like more than half. That's like a little bit less than half taller than me. But it's almost like twice my size. But the thing is though, like no teeth. And low key though, the eyes don't look too bad, and if it can adapt a little bit more to human features, I feel like this one's looking pretty good. Careful with the hands though. I feel like again that the hands, you gotta be careful, But besides that, low key this one, that's a good one.
That they can expand their bodies to intimidate, but can also contort their bodies to fit in tight spaces.
Oh,
The implications are there, man. The implications are there, and during their third stage of their life cycle, they can either become a humanoid or an elder mimic. Humanoids look the most human. Well, as I guess as human as they can be. They do look a bit, still look a bit uncanny, a little warped. Elder mimics, though, let's be real, they're not in the picture here. I think humanoid mimics would be the people we're focusing on here.
Yeah.
Unless you're into this elder mimic kind of stuff.
I feel like the elder
I'll
mimic
pray
wouldn't
for
be
you
bad.
tonight.
What?
That's about it, really.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
The elder mimic didn't look
if the
that bad.
humanoid ones are a bit too human, the implications, of course, if you know what I mean, then I guess they would be breedable in that regard. However, Vita Carnis spawn from flesh piles, I suppose, or that it's been a bit since I watched it, but you know, those piles of just flesh, whatever, that just comes out of nowhere, and that eventually becomes creatures, does it not? So that would mean they reproduce without the birds and the bees. They just do it themselves. They just grow. So why would humanoid mimics even have reproductive organs to begin with? Unless, of course, that's their next step in evolution to creating more Vita Carnis. So, can you breed them? I guess like with the boiled one, the bread one, the oiled one. If you're brave enough, then yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah, I think this one was
Great
that.
to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. All right, next up we have a comment from Greek DBW9014. Cracking Goji hard enough to make a dent in that suit, let me tell you. Fantastic, man. Well done.
Nah, I don't know this
This
one,
brings
so
up a big question on how the
I'm ready
suit
for this
morphing
one.
works. So for those who don't know, this analog horror version
Oh,
of
it's this
Godzilla
one.
has his suit actor completely morphed to fit the suit, and he never takes it off. Obviously, because he's become one with the suit. So the same thing happens to a few other suit actors, and I'll get into all that later. Anyway, we have a question to ask ourselves here. Does the actor still have his, his stuff?
I
The
mean,
morph
I
in
feel
the
like if
suit
it
would
goes with the
suggest maybe
costume, then
no,
yeah.
Since the original Godzilla suit doesn't have, I guess, junk. So has
Yeah.
it been blown off? Has it just exploded in the suit and become just a big pile of flesh?
So
There
has-
it is again,
if-
flesh.
so if it's in the
Despite
suit-
that, I'm pretty sure what's in the suit is just mush that can regenerate and wants America to pay for nuking Japan. There it is, mush. I don't like the way I've described that, but
Yeah.
I mean, how else do you describe just
Fair
meat
enough, fair
chunks everywhere
Yeah, it's
inside
okay.
a suit that's just morphed to it? I hate the way that denting the suit sounds as well. Greek DBW, why would you say it like that? Why would you do that? Mighty strong snoo to be able to dent the suit, but in a disgusting way, I guess. Yeah, definitely breedable. I shouldn't give the thumbs up to that. And sticking to the topic of the man in the suit, we have Kano Toro 333 asking, cracking the woman in the Mothra suit would be wild. You know what? It sure would be. You can apply the same logic here as well. I mean, is this a fetish? All of these fetishes, suit.
Wait, but to be fair, this one he's saying specifically the one, like the woman who like was in the suit, not like the suit itself. You know, so I feel like this one, you know, it's a little bit different, but you know what?
Listen, I don't want to go into it. All right, we'll stick to this topic. Stick
What
to
even is that?
one
Is that
weird
like a-
topic before another.
It was like a moth or
Anyway,
something.
I'm
but
not sure why
can't
you
remember
want
the
to
name.
do this, or even really how. I mean, there's a will, there's a way. Breedable. Next up is personally my favorite analog horror entity, and that is, told in a comment by Galactic Amethyst 8528. Kazuma Kiryu takes top spot for real. Analog horror entity, he's there. In every poll, in every one of those polls, he's there. So can I take sole responsibility for turning Kazuma Kiryu into an analog horror entity? Pretty please. If in case you don't know, he's the main character from the Like a Dragon and Yakuza game series. And
I
if you
gotta
really
play
think
those.
about it, I guess anything can be turned into an analog horror entity, I suppose. Right? This is one creature we can confirm to have a weenie. He just hasn't used it in that certain way, canonically, but he does have a weenie, so congratulations, Kiryu. You're breedable. Next up, we have a comment from Five Nights of Stop Motion. Thank you, and thank you to everyone else who's commented. That just commented on the post in general. Commented your comments that have come in that are on the video. Thank you all. If I missed your comment or I didn't read yours out, either someone else talked about it or we have too much we're already talking about, and it could be for a future video. Oh god. Anyway, Five Nights of Stop Motion says, Statue of Liberty Monument Mythos. Now,
I think I know who they're talking
real
about.
hard about this one, because admittedly, I haven't watched much of Monument Mythos, so
I think I know
need
this
to
one.
scrap up on my knowledge.
Pretty
And
sure I know this one.
basically, in this universe, America's statues and monuments were made to be feeding grounds for horrors
Yes,
beyond human
okay.
comprehension or something like that. What I've said is very diluted and a very summarized description, but
Okay, never mind,
you
I
get
have
the
not
gist.
watched this, but I
Now,
got to.
correct me if I'm wrong, but the Statue of Liberty feeds part of the horned serpent, which used to be George Washington before he developed American Wonderland syndrome. I think. I think from what I've gathered. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section, but so if you're doing anything nasty to the Statue of Liberty, then really you're touching the serpent, man. Since the serpent is George Washington transformed,
I get
and does
that, I
he,
get that,
does he have those kind of parts down there? Unfortunately, I've had
Maybe,
to ponder
maybe
that
not.
question, and unfortunately as well, I have no reason to say no. I have no reason to say yes either.
Okay.
It's debatable, so I'd still lean more to yes. Despite that, I see no reason for him to have any kind of reproductive organs, but breedable.
As long as there's
Next
a
up
hole,
is a comment from.
you can breed it.
Forgive me for getting this pronunciation wrong. I don't know what I'm looking at, but Zagata Koti. There you go. He says, "Finna tap that wood crawler." What do you see? What do you see, Zagata Koti? What do
I
you
gotta see this
what,
one.
what do you see in this thing? What draws you?
This is definitely an interesting one. You know, definitely a specimen I don't think I've ever really seen. Maybe he'll show another image
Towards this thing.
so I can
what
get
do you
a
see? What do you see? What we
better
don't see?
look.
Is it the fact that they kidnap humans to convert them into fake people, or that they enter their prey to turn them into fake people? That should raise a few eyebrows. Entering their prey.
Probably that.
Sounds like we've got enough evidence here to point to yes, breedable. But these creatures are created by the Iris, and they're made to create fake people. But there's no sign or mention of reproduction in this process other than the Iris creating them. But I don't think any sort of reproduction is going on in that. Let's just throw the Iris in there as well and just say breedable.
Okay.
A giant face-shaped. Hole-shaped celestial being.
This
We'll
is
put them in
definitely
there,
very
why not?
educational.
Breedable,
Definitely what I
easy,
need to.
boom.
Definitely what I need to learn.
These creatures, obviously, like I said, created by the Iris, and they're taking over the
Who
Earth
needs to go-
slowly,
who needs to
but
do
there's no
school
sign or
work and
mention
stuff,
of that
and you can,
reproduction in this process. So
this.
I'm not going more into this. I'm sorry to say, but it's a no. Wood crawlers, not breedable. It's our first definitive no, and I'm so proud of this community. All right. Anyway, the Beansman 1524 is that a reference to Jerry Beansman from Yu-Gi-Oh? If so, pretty cool name. They say Philbus is gonna eat more than a chair. In brackets, I'm so sorry.
Let's be real, you're not sorry.
And don't be sorry. This is what I'm here for.
Alright, so as we can see,
So sorry.
Let's be real, you're not
so we have an entity with ourselves now. So is this one breedable? Maybe.
sorry.
And don't be sorry. This is what I'm here for. Don't you worry. Fuck Philbus. No, not in that regard, but fuck Philbus. Unless. I mean, think about it. Philbus is this strange half humanoid, half chair hybrid, so I don't know how you would do anything other than getting Philbus to eat more.
You know what? Sometimes gamers go to the extreme. And let's just say these gamers cut a hole through the chair and have a bucket underneath. So who's to say that this guy can't do the same?
More than a chair. I guess you could eat his chair as well. And honestly, I think it's funnier if we say that you can breed him. So it's a yes for me. Don't try any of that with a chair in real life or a chair humanoid hybrid in real life either. I am not legally liable. Next up, we have a comment from Stupidity is my strong suit. The dinosaurs in prehistoric emergence. I mean, yeah. They're on par with Kiryu since they're just animals. I don't think we'd be doing the breeding ourselves. I mean, not in that way, but you know what I mean, right? That's where Joel's comment comes in clutch about husbandry breeding. Theoretically, you could start a farm and breed the creatures of the emergence. Why? I don't know. I mean, to create genetically desirable dinosaurs? Hold up. That should wait. That should.
I
raise a
remember
few
this. I never
eyebrows.
watched the
I don't
analog,
like
but I
those
remember seeing the
implications
video
in the
on it.
context of this video, but they're there. Here's a theory though. So the Dubba from the series
Yeah.
is a unique and smart dinosaur. What if a Neanderthal slayed a T-Rex and a super smart hybrid was created? Food for thought. And Aizen, I know you're watching this, and just know that this is a freebie, all right? You can use that as a plot point in your series. Don't you worry. It won't cost you anything. You can do it, buddy. I also got a comment from Aizen as well. I asked him about if they're breedable or not, and I guess yeah, he feels the same way. Thank goodness. Yeah, he feels the same way. Basically saying the same things along my lines of just they're creatures. They breed to reproduce, so definitely breedable. Great job, everybody. Next comment we have is from Ducky99 Part 5. Patricia from The Moon Woke Up. She's called the birther of moons for a reason. I
Okay,
hate the
okay.
implications of that, but thank you for pointing that out, truly. You know, it does bring up a good point, right?
Yeah,
the comment
yeah.
just it explains everything. There's an ominous and conspicuously
Ooh.
placed hole in the center of it, and tentacles. So,
I see it.
just had to point out the tentacles, didn't I? How would any of this work? It's enormous. Like it's huge. It's unfathomably huge. How do you put anything anywhere? I guess it's like what's that saying? You throw a pea into a hallway or whatever. That kind of logic. But it does make children in the forms of these celestial beings. So there's got to be a way, right? If there's a will, there's a way, and that's science, baby. So therefore, breedable.
I mean,
Alright,
it
from
has to
there we
reproduce
have,
somehow.
A comment from Group Lel Laki Bezekutu. If I didn't pronounce that right, apologies. But we have Gabriel about to find out what unholy truly means when I get my hands on him.
Yo, I gotta see
And
this guy.
following this up, we have a comment by some guy 1894. The alternates, since they can only attack you if you're scared of them or something similar. And since they shift into people, you know, there's that. Truly, there is that. So let's group these two comments together and discuss. Alternates are the main antagonists of Mandela Catalog, and they drive their victims mad to get them to off themselves, or by physically beating them in rare cases. They want to eradicate humanity and are basically demons. Archangel Gabriel, aka Satan, and the Antichrist in this universe is the most recognizable threat, alongside, I'd say, maybe, I don't know, the Intruder, the little funny looking guy. As we see, they're very humanoid in appearance, just with a lot of exaggerated features. These features are very noticeable, but they can be exaggerated elsewhere. I'm sure if they needed to, I'm sure if they did something like that, it would inflict someone with mad. I'm sure of it. It would drive someone insane. I am sure of it. But alternates having private parts, it doesn't really make sense, does it? Perhaps they're artificially made by Satan. What are the chances that they actually procreate with each other in some sort of sick and twisted mockery of life? I just
feel like
realized
this
I
is
hit my microphone.
this is
I've
something
never
like
used a microphone like this before. This is fun. I like using this. Yeah, it's good. Oh, did I hit it again? I don't know, maybe it's a bit too high, but this is good. Anyway, back to on topic. Yeah, what are the chances they actually procreate with each other in some sort of sick and
That
twisted
image caught
mockery
me
of
off guard,
life?
I'm sorry.
I don't know, I feel like Satan just makes them, so it wouldn't really make sense, would it? Fuck it. Whatever. Don't do that, but
Breedable.
definitely breedable. Alright, anyway, on to the next one. We got a comment by
Is that
Flower
Super?
Boy and then a little funny face. Vita Carnus, the meat snake. You know, the weather is so beautiful.
Does the
today.
snake
We got
eat the
blue
meat,
skies,
or
a
is the
little bit
snake
of cloud
the
coverage,
meat?
not much. Everything is so nice, and this is what I'm choosing to do in my day.
Yeah.
And you know what? With the meat snake, I gotta say yes, I suppose. But what about every other entity of Vita Carnus?
That's a good question.
Again, chunks of meat, mushes of meat. I don't like the implications. I don't need to go there. I did propose a theory in a previous video that this is the next step for the Vita Canis creatures. This sort of like human Vita Canis hybrid, like an assimilation. I guess if things really did escalate to that, it would be more plausible. So definitely breedable. All right, next up, I wanted to just point out a little comment that I saw from Aren't They Happy? And they said, like the Doomslayer, I can take them all at once. You have a fucked up profile picture, by the way. What the fuck? Why would you do
Dude,
to
it's that
Clippy,
one.
man? I understand why everyone's changed their profile pictures to Clippy, but why'd you do that to him, man? You know, I feel like your profile picture just supports what you're saying. So I really don't have an argument or a way to come back or to try to argue against what you're saying.
I love
basically.
the plans that
Leave
this
a
dude
comment
has.
down below if you could just like the Doomslayer take them all at once. wait. Okay, wait. Okay, next one is next comments from Reki. Come on, man. What is his name? Phaganax. Reki Phaganax, probably? Anyway, Reki Phaganax 1983. Maybe Bon from the Walton Files. It can be hard to outsmart Bon, okay, but it's manageable, maybe. Outsmart is definitely one way to put things, one way to describe things, okay?
I ain't gonna lie though, they're kind of
In a
thick.
situation where you need to grind some gears with a possessed Blue Bunny animatronic mascot for a burger franchise, you know, I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna say it's possible. I don't even know.
They're gonna be
what
grinding you.
situation would warrant this. I'm not sure.
Hey, there's gonna be
Can
meat
you-
grinding, alright.
Whoever's editing this, it's probably me or whoever it is. Just pull this up. Pull up that clip of Chica from FNAF 2.
She is such a bad bitch, though. I will fuck the shit out of that robot, man. I'm not even.
Does that explain things? I feel like that might give a bit.
Yeah, look at that guy as well. Holy cow, that. Wait, that was actually so funny though. Dang, Unk has the same reaction as most
more
people.
context and explanation to what we're talking about here from Bond from the Walton Files. Like what situation would warrant this
They
regardless? How would you
thick.
get yourself into this situation?
They thick though.
Are you boinking? Are you boinking the suit or the soul stuck inside of it?
Definitely the suit.
These comments, what people said, really, for some reason, just really got me thinking. But if there's a will, there's a way. Breedable.
Readable. Okay.
Next up is a comment from John I.B. The Deadlights, Gabriel Mandela Catalog, Basewood County Mimics, Vita Canis Mimics, Tulpas from Greylock, etc. I'm going to be focusing on just the Basewood County humanoids here because I like the series a lot. And they're pretty similar to Mandela Catalog's alternates, not exactly satanic, but they come from a different dimension kind of thing via a portal. And the other big thing is they wear their victims like a suit and slowly morph their appearance to look more human-like. So they wear humans, and if you go to get into a human, you're going inside them. So,
Breedable.
you know, like I've said for a lot of these, the implications are there. Need I say more? What's
Nope.
up? I need to?
I don't know if he wants to.
Alright, so if a humanoid wears someone's skin and you go to town on them, what are you really doing? Who are you really doing? What am I really doing? Like,
Does
I
it really
just-
matter what we're doing?
Alright, jokes aside, that would be a disturbing scene. And
Yeah, as long as it's
I
not
don't
a
know- I
guy.
don't know- I don't have the strength for this.
I mean,
thought
yo,
did,
if she
but,
bad though.
as I'm sitting here, I think to myself, like
Maybe
I
not
said,
that, but like,
I've thought too hard
if
about
it's a
this.
girl,
I've put a lot of time
could
into
probably
this
catfish me, I'm not
somehow.
gonna lie.
Are you all having fun? What am I
I'm
really
not-
doing?
I'm having
What
fun.
am I doing here, man? But for reals, jokes aside, that would mean, or that would be, a pretty disturbing scene. And
I got pretty
I
promise.
don't know. I'm not strong enough to describe it.
Yeah.
Or I'm just. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah,
Breedable.
nice. I mean, hey.
Next up is a comment from Zach Animations N1W.
Mm-hmm,
Monalanias this, and then that funny face. I
think that's the
I
moon?
just knew this one was going to appear, especially
Maybe
since
not. I don't think
this
that's the-
character, the painter from the Painter series, actively engages in naughty behavior, and I don't
Ooh.
mean all that torturing and killing she does. I mean a little more, but on the sadistic, non-consensual kind of gross, deplorable, kind of disgusting kind of side.
Yo, that
Speaking of,
for
the series is
us.
finally over, and that was one hell of an ending. Hearing Mona talk about letting her orphanage dog do unspeakable things to her and stuffing a grenade in her vajiji to blow up herself and everyone else, or as many people as she can, up in court. That was not on my my checklist
You know,
of what's going to
this
happen.
one-
at the
this
end of the
one's
series,
actually-
but there it was. I mean, other than that, I think the final episode tied everything together nicely and ends on a pretty chilling note.
I think that person
Firstly,
has a good idea
People
though.
have complained about women rappers and comedians that talk about their pussies. And I just want to put it out there. Can we route the distaste here too? I don't want to hear female murderers talk about their pussies either. All right, I don't want to hear them confess. Everything about those certain parts were just like, it was so weird to hear.
Yeah.
I just thought that just like, I thought, what the hell? I think it makes sense for what we're watching, but it was just so weird to hear.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
big pussy, the line "big pussy boom" reminded someone on my Discord server of that Black Ops 3 line, you know, outcome, train go boom. A legendary line, and now we have outcome, big pussy boom. Anyway, spoilers, but Mona was kind of just the beginning of something that was possessing her, and that thing was whatever was in that self-portrait in the first episode, if you've ever watched it or remember that, which has now been revealed to us to be, I'm pretty sure, the devil, or maybe like Baphomet, or some sort of like Antichrist. Either way, we have a similar question to ask ourselves here that we asked while talking about the humanoids, and that
Is
is,
it
who
breedable?
would you theoretically be doing? How does that
never mind.
work? Is it whoever is possessed and
I feel like it's
whoever
the
is doing
physical
the
body,
possessing? Is it
you know?
one or is it the other?
The
Unfortunately,
physical body.
that still
you're
makes
technically
Mona
doing.
breedable. Next up from here, we have ResMat69. Great number, by the way. Great username.
Yep.
I'm cracking Stanley from SM64 Classified. Love heart, love heart. What? How? How would you even do that to a computer, like a computer or AI software? Like, what would you do if Stanley is a tortured and abandoned AI stuck inside hardware? Then I guess you can move him into something more crackable, I suppose.
Yeah, what?
A humanoid form.
Oh, and am I good?
Or not, you could just hump the computer, hump his hardware, I don't know. Science will have to take it,
Stick
take
the
it that far. Better yet, why not transfer your
USB drive
consciousness
into
into
the
the hardware that Stanley is in
Jesus.
and just give yourself a form and do what you gotta do, I guess. Multiple
Quagmire
ways to
doing
further
anything
harass
just to get
Stanley,
something.
Therefore, breedable. It doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound right at all, man.
I mean,
doesn't sound right.
it's
But,
possible.
That's it. There we go. I did have an honorable mention that I wanted to say here. The honorable mention is the cameraman, the person behind all the footage we see recorded. Thank you, Block Destroyer Gaming, for pointing that out. Look, shout out to the cameraman and everything. We have no idea what they look like, but whoever you are, cameraman, I just want to say thank you for giving all of us all of this
Yeah.
incredible footage and
Definitely.
storytelling we see in front of us, and all of that is somehow culminated into this video where we ask ourselves, as what you've recorded, what you've shown us, breedable. So thank you so much. Thank you, and thank you all for watching. It seems that we're oh hang on, we have one more honorable mention here. I only thought I added one. It's weird. It's this one from Nota Lamau. You.
That's what I was
you.
saying. That's
Like
what I was
me?
saying. That's what I was saying.
There's a photo attached as well. I don't remember adding it. That
That-
is so weird.
that's what
me.
I'm
Like,
saying.
How long ago was that? That was maybe like 30, 40 minutes ago. Whoa, that's weird when I was setting up everything. Okay, I'm just gonna go inside actually. That's okay. All right, well, I think we're gonna wrap things up here. Oh shit, dude, something's behind me. Oh my god. Whew. And in broad daylight as well. Usually this stuff happens at night. All right. Anyway, Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like,
Literally, they
comment,
just wanna breed with him.
subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for your
I look, he was
suggestions
gonna
as
skip
well.
the
This has
outro
been,
bit.
quite a funny video, honestly, to record. Maybe I'll do something like this again in the future. Yeah. Anyway, if you have suggestions for analog horror entities, you can. Oh my god, you can definitely breed. Leave it down in the comment section as well. I might make another post about this. Who knows? Anyway, before we finish up, I can't forget about the Patreon members.
What the fuck?
And I'll catch you in the next one.
Alright, man, that's... Alright, guys, that's gonna be the end of this live stream. Take you. What did I watch? Dude, that's actually funny, though. Everything, of course, is down in the description, all the original stuff, so go check that out if you want to. I highly suggest that and, like, check out the rest of the stuff that this guy's made, so yeah.